And good evening, I'm Christy Casciano.
And I'm Dan Cummings. Thank you for joining us for this special coverage. In the last hour, Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul, the incoming governor of New York, has committed to address the people of New York tomorrow afternoon.
And in 14 days, she will take over from the resigning Governor Andrew Cuomo. It's a day that goes down in state history. We've got special edition of News Channel 9 at 6 with team coverage. News Channel 9's Josh Martin is asking what voters think of the governor's decision. Adrian Smith is tracking down how local lawmakers feel about it.
But we'll start with Andrew Donovan, who watched the governor's speech at midday, watched that speech morph from a defensiveness to a resignation. Andrew, good evening.
Dan, for the first half of the governor's 20-minute address, Andrew Cuomo gave no indication he was stepping down. Then about halfway through, he announced the decision many people thought he'd never come to.
Governor Andrew Cuomo's resignation was part apology, part self-defense.
The report said I sexually harassed 11 women. That was the headline people heard and saw and reacted to. The reaction was outrage. It should have been. However, it was also false.
Cuomo's address came after a briefing from his attorney, who picked apart each claim in the Attorney General's investigation. The governor says the most serious allegations against him have no credible evidence.
This is not to say that there are not 11 women who I truly offended. There are. And for that, I deeply, deeply apologize.
A fast fall from grace, just more than a year after Governor Cuomo finished his now famous pandemic briefings, watched by millions of Americans, oftentimes joined by one of his 3 daughters in their 20s, who he spoke to directly today.
I want them to know from the bottom of my heart that I never did and I never would intentionally disrespect a woman or treat any woman differently than I would want them treated. And that is the God's honest truth. Your dad made mistakes, and he apologized, and he learned from it. And that's what life is all about.
Lieutenant Governor Kathy Hochul will be sworn in as governor in 2 weeks, the 57th governor, the first woman to hold the job in state history. She is scheduled an address for 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Christy and Dan.